Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the Racing Games channel. I am, of course, Mark. We are back here in F1 Manager 22 for hopefully another successful stream. Fingers crossed on that one. We are first of all heading to Silverstone, my favourite track on the F1 calendar. Arguably one of the fastest tracks on the F1 calendar. And then, if I can click on the right things, we are heading to Austria for the Austrian Grand Prix in Spielberg at the Red Bull Ring. Does it actually say Red? Oh, it does say Red Bull Ring up there. Yeah, because some of them it's still Silverstone Circuit is the official name, but we'll call it Silverstone. It's the same thing. So yeah, last time out we had a very, very unexpected podium in Canada. Thank you once again, chat, for helping me through that. That was a huge moment actually in our career so far here at Williams. One other little bit of housekeeping before we get started properly is I have bumped the graphics up to high. It's been on medium for the last few weeks. People have said it still looks good despite being in medium. But I thought I'd stress test my rig here this week and see if it can actually handle high graphics. Also, I use a lot of screenshots from the game here for thumbnails for videos, and they look garbage. So I thought I'd bump up the graphics and see if that would make things look a little bit nicer. Other than that, though, I think everything is basically where we left off last time out. So we're about to enter round 10 of the calendar. We'll be finishing round 11 in today's stream, which will put us halfway through Season 1. And we are currently, quick maths, 323 points off Ferrari, who are currently leading the Drivers' Championship. Sorry, they're not drivers, the constructors. And as for Albon, well, let's see, it's 176. So we're 160 points behind Leclerc. So I think mathematically the championships might be a little far out of reach right now. But you never know. We'll keep pushing till the very end. In terms of parts, then, we still can't design anything. We still can't research anything. But I believe, if I head back to the facilities here, we do, in fact, yeah, the design center will be finished in 81 days. And that will give us an extra slot for both research and for design. So at that point, hopefully, we'll be able to do some more work on the car. I think at this point, we're going to start working on next year's car and leave this year's mostly behind. We might do a few other little bits and pieces here and there, but for the most part, yeah, probably best to move on. In terms of the actual car development here, there are probably some bits that we could work on, like the CFD simulator. Okay, we haven't got enough money for that. What would this actually do? Airflow, downforce, so it'll improve aspects of the car. In fact, it'll double most of the aspects. In fact, it doubles all of the aspects of the car. Helps to be able to read, doesn't it? Suspension wise, we can work on that one. It will improve brake cooling from 2% to 4%. I wouldn't say that was worth it so far, so I think we'll leave that one for now. This one, again, engine cooling, brake cooling. So I think it's the factory, yeah, car part from 3 to 4, and also manufacture from, so the speed will go from 6% to 12%, but you know, cost goes up as well. That we're already working on. And then, yeah, wind tunnel, like we said before. I don't think there's anything here worth working on right now, so we're just going to continue. And we're going to head over towards Silverstone. Oh, research finished. Well, there you go. That's good timing. Oh, one other little bit of housekeeping. I have noticed when I was editing the highlights for last week's stream, which went up on Saturday, that the game volume was a little bit loud. I'm sure it was fine for you guys when you were watching. You can still hear me and things like that, but for the most part it was a little bit loud, so I've just turned the volume down a little bit more this week as well, and hopefully that'll improve things too. Right, suspension low stock. Are we? Do we have low suspension stock? I mean, we've got 3. We can manufacture a couple more, I suppose. Like literally 2 more. Sure. And then we can go car parts, new project. So I was tempted to research again for next year. So we've done underfloor. There's minor technical changes coming on the front wing. So maybe we do something like the side pods. And we just max out on everything. that we've got available for us, basically. There we go. Because the new period starts in 3 days, so we might as well just go for it. And that is a massive improvement. That is a big, big improvement. So I think that is good. Does it say how long it takes anywhere? No, I'm not seeing it. I'm going to have a look, actually. So in terms of... So top speed will go up by 0.07. That's tiny. That is actually very, very small. But any improvement to the car is worth doing. Literally any improvement to the car is worth doing. In terms of car 2... They are pretty similar. In fact, they are identical. So we can... Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Oh, there you go. Now we get to decide. So we could do optimized aero. If you click research focus, it tells you. Is that... Yeah, here. Is that what I'm looking at? Or am I looking at the wrong thing? I'm probably looking at the wrong thing. This summary. 50 days. There we go. And it'll cost 184,500. I mean, we're well under cost caps and all sorts right now, so that's fine. So if we race performance, that raises it a little bit more. I think optimized aero is what we're looking at. What do you guys reckon? Optimized cooling. I mean, we're at Williams. You know, we're always going to have things overheating. I think optimized aero. That's where we struggle the most. It's definitely... So drag reduction is a huge one for us. If I bump that up. Still a massive improvement on everything. I like that. And then development settings. We have more engineers now, do we not? Apparently we don't. Maybe that's coming. So yeah, it'll take 43 days. $189,000 now. But we're still way under money and everything, so let's do it. There's probably people in the chat right now thinking, what the hell is he doing? But I like it. That's what we're all about. We got the new chassis manufactured. Nice. I believe... Oh, we've designed the rear wing as well. So we can actually allocate some more engineers for next year's car. Now, I believe... so the rear wing has been designed. So we're going to manufacture this. We'll get 5 of them. We haven't got any to put on any cars yet. So that will come later. Chassis manufactured. Now, I think there was one where we only had one of that chassis. Is that correct? Yeah. Whereas now we've got enough that we can install one on car 1 as well, which is Logan's car. Before that, we only had one on Albon's car. So let's do that. And then in terms of design, do we design another new part or do we just go into research? So we've done underfloor, we've done side pods. We could research and use chassis, or we could do suspension. But I think chassis, purely for corner. I mean, suspension is quite important in cornering too. Don't get me wrong, but I think a chassis would be pretty good. Now I'm not sure. There are technical changes for the front and the rear wing. Does it show you what research you've already done? Does that show anywhere? Car analysis? No. That'd be cool if it did show you somewhere. I don't know. I think we're going to go for a new chassis though. Although the new ATR period, yeah, so hang on, we're going to hold off on that. Just realising, because we're going to go into the new period first. There we go. Aitken's contract ends soon. Do we renew? I think we renew. In all honesty, I think we renew. It might only be for 1 year. But I think we renew. How much is he on now? Oh, he's got 6 months left. No, we don't. There's no rush. Albon as well. Although Albon I do want to renew. But again, we've got time for that. So there's no rush. So So we've got the new ATR period. Right. New project. Research. Side pods is under development. Underfloor, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, research projects completed. There we go. So I think chassis. And I think we stick like half of our time. So the next ATR period is in 70 days. I think that gives us enough time to get the majority of this done. It will tell us how long this takes in a second. This is all good. Research focus. So again, I want to focus on optimized aero, I would say. Although race performance could be good. See, top speed again. It doesn't go up by a huge amount, but it does. Everything makes a difference. The DRS top speed goes up by significantly more. The only one that isn't affected is brake cooling, which I guess you'd expect, and acceleration, I suppose. But everything else, big improvement. But if we went with optimized aero, also big improvement. I mean, this is over 1% here. That's quite minimal, actually. So's that one. So's that one. I think this, though, I think optimized aero, if you can cut through the air quicker, I'd say it's always a good thing. So I reckon this. Yeah. And then for the engineers, we just assign everyone we've got. 113,000. Actually, it's only going to take 29 days. Maybe we just use the other half then for suspension in the next, within the same period. I don't know. I feel like I'm using too many of my hours here. Maybe we'll cut it into thirds. So what, 2.1 here. And then on this one, roughly 84 divided by 3. Actually, that does divide by 3, doesn't it? I think it does. Good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. Be sure to hit the sub button if you haven't done so already. And also the like button as well. That always helps us out. I'm trying to do quick mental maths. So what, 24 divided by 3 is 8. And then, so it's 28. Yeah. 28, 56, 84. That is correct. So I split it into thirds. It's going to increase the time. Actually, it hasn't. That's still 29 days. That's fine then. That's absolutely fine. Optimized aero. I'm going to stick 3 engineers on it. Let's go. Right. And there was one other thing I was going to do before we went into the race, and I've completely forgotten what it was. I suppose I'm going to check that we have got the right parts on the right cars. So, car 1. Car 2. To be honest, we could probably just compare them here. And then change team. Williams. Car 2. So they should be the same, but they're not. So what's Logan got that Alex has? Actually, it's... No, Alex's car is better by the looks of things. Although Logan's got a better top speed. I can't read. Better high speed here. Top speed here is the same. High speed here. So I think we've got different... Someone's horn outside. We've got different setups here, but I don't really know what's different on them. So I guess we can find that out some other time. I just want to get into the races now, to be honest. Okay, so we've got race preparation. Let's see what they're expecting from us. Performance targets. Reach Q2. Might be possible now. Might be possible. To be fair, the times we have got through has been when it's raining, and it tends not to rain too much. I mean, I don't know, actually. It does rain a little bit at Silverstone. Did it rain this year at Silverstone? I think it rained this year, but I'm pretty sure it did last year. So I'm gonna put a pin in that one for now. Finish position, though. We've got 1 out of 2, so if we get the second one, that's a nice payoff. That is a very nice payoff. Also, monthly car development report. Why have you been watching car 1? Top speed could be improved, and Yeah, designs, but we have no design slot available right now. Finances, check that in a little bit. They have high confidence. Well, that's what I like to hear. That is a lot what I like to hear. That's very good. You have to excuse me just 1 second. I'm just checking that we have, in fact, yes, we have tweeted it out. Thank you, guys. Awesome stuff. That's what happens when you forget to post the link for everybody. So yeah, got good confidence. Board review in a month. I haven't looked at the finances for a while. There isn't a huge amount to look at, really, so long as you don't go over it. I mean, the projection is the important bit, and it looks as though we'll be finishing with money still, which is always good. I think we should just go racing now, to be honest. We've done our bit. Let's go racing. Welcome to Silverstone, my favourite track. Not just for F1, but for any racing, to be honest. It's the only track I've driven. I did drive it very, very slowly, but I have driven it. And, oh boy, it's such a fun track. Just to stand and watch as well. I'd love to go see the British Grand Prix one day. Do we want to listen to Crofty? I don't really want to listen to Crofty. Maybe later on we'll listen to Crofty. When we're in Austria, we might listen to Crofty, but not right now. So, cars. First of all, Aitken. We're going to pop in the number 1 car. We're going to keep Albon where he is. We're going to swap out compounds. You're going to go for hard, and we're going to go for 20 laps. Albon, hard, and 20 laps. Also, while I remember, get well soon, Alex. Had some health issues over the weekend, but seems to be okay now, thankfully. But yeah, we wish him well. Can't wait to see him back in the car. He is doing a phenomenal job this year. I mean, Nick De Vries doing well as well suggests there is pace in that Williams car, but considering how well Albon's been doing compared to Latifi, there is a golfing class between those two for sure. So we're going to sim P1. Usual trick. Sim P1, sim P2, come back in P3, and absolutely perfect the setup. Oh, grid penalty for Gasly. That's going to be for changing parts though, right? Albon 17th, Aitken 20th. That's fine. Pretty close, actually, to Mick there. And ahead of both Astons by a considerable margin, which is always nice to see. 33 and 28. That's pretty low. Car parts, though, they're pretty happy. I think we've done all right there. We've done all right there. Can't complain. P2 then. Same trick. Stick him on the hards. 20 laps. In fact, we might even go for 25 if it helps. Probably doesn't, but I like to do things differently. This is a trick that we have in our setups guide for anyone who wants to check that out. It is on the channel still. Sim P2. There's a few little tips and tricks that we've got in that guide, and there's a few that we've learned since then. Some of which I will be employing today as well. So if you want to see what those are, do check. Well, continue to check out the stream. Keep watching the stream. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh, there you go. Look, wet P2. So now 17th and 18th. Logan moving up. Again, ahead of the Astons. That's good. So it's a little bit closer this time. Although Stroll seems to have a nightmare. Maybe he went for a stroll during practice. Who knows? I need to work on my jokes. I know. Getting there. 40 and 43. Track acclimatization on Logan is going to be low, obviously. We'll listen to Crofty waffle on now. I've just realised you guys can't actually hear the game at all because my audio is reset on OBS. There we go. Now you can hear the audio. I was just looking at it thinking, why is that line not moving? That's why. You'd think I'd know what I'm doing by now, but no. Right, 20 laps with Logan. Same with Albon. I don't mind taking risks when I'm simming the sessions, but not when I'm running them myself. Is the stream lagging for you guys, or is it just my preview that's messing up? Yeah, everything seems to be okay. It is getting a bit toasty in the room, though, so I am going to stick the fan on. There we go. Hopefully that's not blowing straight into the microphone. Alrighty. Go to P3. And we're going to manage it.
Radio check. Radio check.
Radio check.
Should probably have a look at what's going on here as well. Should have done that on the previous screen. So, always change the wings first. Always do the one that makes the big difference first and then fine tune it after. So we need to get traction. There you go. I think that's pretty good. For the most part, the really bad ones have all moved. This one here could be bad, but we'll see. Run plan, 20 laps. We've got that done. Albon. Where are we at? This one might be easier to sort out, actually. We just do something a bit like that. And then something a bit like that. And then we scooch. Yeah, not that one. There you go, we could scooch that one, like so. So we're on 43 now. Let's hope we get that a little bit higher. Okay, yeah, I've wasted time now because we could have been out on track, but never mind. Just gonna wait. Just gonna wait and wait and wait. Right, Logan out first. There we go, and we'll send Alex out. Do you know what? I watch Albon a lot. Let's watch Logan for once. Where is he? There he is. He comes around the last couple of corners. We'll watch him on one lap here and then we'll just speed things up, get things moving. Oh god, I was about to start naming corners but I can't remember any of them. I think this is Village here. And then this is Loop, the left-hander here. And then we're on to the Wellington Straight. There we go, onto Wellington Straight. And then at the end we've got Brooklands, Luffield and Woodcote. So this is Brooklands. This is Luffield. That's the Luffield Terrace on the left. I have stood there. And then this little right-hander here I believe is Woodcote. Then we've got Copse coming up at the end of the National Straight, which is what we're on now. That's Copse. And then we've got Maggots, which is the first complex of corners here, the left-right. There we are. And then Beckett's, which is this little bit here. And then this left-hander has a name as well, but I can't remember what it's called. Now we're on the Hanger Straight. And then we're coming up to, I think this is Stowe. And then we've got the final three corners that I can't remember the name of, but one of them is Club. I think the last right-hander is Club. Yeah, I think this is Club. And then we're back on the Lewis Hamilton Straight. Not bad from Logan. What's that? 133.7. And Albon coming through. Faster. 133.2. So still somewhat slow, but not terrible. Alright then, let's times 16 for a bit. Yellow flag then, someone went off. Logan is getting faster.
Someone's run wide.
Some yellow sector time. Someone ran wide then, didn't see who that was. Just watching on the playback. Still don't know who that was. Oh well. Can't be important. So in terms of sector times then, we're kind of getting faster. There's greens, greens, greens. Albon's 2.8 off the pace. Logan's 3.1. We are bottom right now though, which is a little bit concerning. And we don't have a huge amount of time to actually fix it and get it where it needs to be. We're almost halfway through P3 right now. I'm really hoping that the setup tweaks are good. Otherwise, this is going to be a very difficult weekend for us. The better your race engineers, of course, the closer you can get, and the quicker you can get. Oh, we've got to watch Perez run wide.
Let's have a look. So let's look at this.
Here he comes, the Mexican Minister of Defense. Yep, he does like to go off track to defend position as well. Most definitely.
That was a bitter blow for the team.
I love this. Like, he's just gone off track. That's all it is. He's not crashed or anything like that. He's just gone a little bit wide on a corner and he's come straight back on. I think it was Cops he did it at as well. And now they're reacting like he's just completely obliterated the engine or something. Oh, Logan's done.
How's the balance?
So's Alex.
It's okay. Copy.
Here comes Logan. Here comes Alex.
Going down the pit lane. Copy.
Alright, where are we at? 65. That's very, very close. It's going to be traction, isn't it? Yeah. How do I change traction? Actually, that's pretty good. That should get us over 75, right? I'd say so. I might do a little tweak. Yeah, that gets it pretty good. Takes 4 minutes to change that, which I always think is stupid, but what can you do? Here comes Albon. Let's see what we can do with him. 71. That's also very good. And again, it's traction. So if we just tweak that, I think that should get us over 75. We can even do... No, I think I might just do that, to be honest. I think I'll just do that. That all looks good to me. Tyre-wise, I think I could just leave you out on those hards, to be honest. I'm not interested in lap time right now. I'm purely interested in confidence and setup and everything. So I think we just leave it as is. Get these changed, send them out again. We should get... Oh, that's a good point, actually. Do we have time for 20 laps? I don't think we do. I think we've got time for 15. One sec. Run plan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to take 8 seconds. That's fine. We could probably even do 18 laps there, but... Send out Logan. Just as he appears, send out Alex. Alright, let's check these. A little bit of side-by-side running there. Hopefully they don't crash. Who was that? Was that Gasly? No, I think that was Tsunoda. Yeah. So if it was Gasly versus Albon, there's a bit of history with those two. Although I think those two actually get on. It's just how Gasly's departure from Red Bull was treated. How it happened. It's a bit harsh. Okay, we got 1 out of 5. 20 minutes left. I think we have time. Someone said before what it was. Is it every 2.5 laps or every 5 minutes? Something like that. It goes up by 1. I'm a little nervous. We're on 2 for Logan, but not yet for Alex. Thing is, even if we don't get the feedback in time, I am still tempted to leave the cars on this setup for qualifying.
Who's running wide there?
Alonso running wide. They are right one behind the other here.
They've gone wide.
Oh, Sargent ran wide as well, that's probably why. Again, Silverstone, one of only 2, I think, pit straights that don't have DRS. I'm trying to remember what the other one is now. Suzuka does. I said it recently, and I even mentioned then, like, oh, this and Silverstone are the only 2 that I could think of that don't have DRS in the pit straight. And I've completely forgotten. France does. I'm sure it's somewhere we've raced already this season. Canada does. Imola does. Bahrain does. Jeddah, I believe, does. Wow, it's amazing how I've
Someone's run
forgotten.
wide.
Stop running wide, Logan, for goodness sake. Or if you're going to do that, at least let Albon pass. Alright, we need to get this done fast. Logan's up to 4. Alex is up to 4. They are both heading in now, actually, so we don't have a definitive answer. Even now, look how close they are. Have they just driven into the same garage as well? Feedback 4 out of 5. I need to send you straight out again. We've got time for like 2 laps, I think, or 3 laps. Screw it. We'll stick you on softs. It's 8 seconds. Just to get that last little bit of precious knowledge. I'm really struggling to think of that other pit straight. Hungary has one. It doesn't even matter. That's the dumb thing. It really doesn't matter. But if I don't know something, I'm always desperate to know it. Here they go then. 5 out of 5 on Logan.
The checkered flag is now out.
I think we got it with Alex. It'll come to me. That other pit straight will come to me. It's really dumb. It doesn't matter. It makes no difference to what's happening here. I'm just trying to think of the races that we've done. Zandvoort does have one. I'm totally not getting the calendar up on my phone now, looking at all the different tracks. So let's go through them. Bahrain does. Jeddah does. Australia does. Yes, I believe so. Imola does. Miami does. Spain does. Monaco does. It's the only one. Baku does. It's the longest one. Canada does. Silverstone doesn't. Austria does. France does. Hungary does. We'll just watch the cars go around while I'm doing this. Belgium does, but it's a really short one. Zandvoort does. Monza does. Singapore, I think, does. Pretty sure Singapore does. Japan does. It's the only one. Kota does. Mexico does. Brazil does. Abu Dhabi. I think it's Abu Dhabi is the other one. Again, completely meaningless. It means absolutely nothing in relation to what we're doing here, but it's nice to know. Albon 17th, Logan 19th. That kind of sets us up nicely into quali. Setup confidence 77 and 71. It could have been better, but it's nice to get Albon over 75 at least. A nice little performance bonus there. So in terms of this now then, I think we're just going to go straight into quali. Manage Q1. It'd be nice to get through to Q2. I don't see it happening, sadly.
It's green now.
It's going to give Logan a little bit of time here. And, scooch out. First one's out on track, as always. Going for the Haas method. You snooze, you lose, Gunter. Here we go then with Albon. We'll watch from cinematic this time. Why not? So down the quite rightly named Lewis Hamilton Straight. Around the first couple of corners. Up to the big braking zone here at Village. And then the bigger braking zone here at Loop. I always get caught out by this one. It doesn't feel like it's as big a corner as it actually is. Particularly the second, like the 90-ish degree left-hander there. And in wet conditions, I always get caught out there. Whoever's in that AlphaTauri is currently beating our times. But we were very briefly purple sectors then. Down the National Straight. Do you reckon the National Straight would work well as a DRS zone? I guess Copse isn't really a braking point, so it would be difficult to close the DRS unless it does it automatically. And then Maggots and Beckett's, which is always a nightmare. Fun to watch, an absolute arse to drive. Down the Hangar Straight. get that rear wing open again. Up to stow. There we go. Is it Woodcote? Yeah, it is Woodcote before Cops, isn't it? There's a chapel somewhere. There is a corner called Chapel. Logan 130.4, Albon 130.1. Here comes that Alpha Tauri 128.3. Oh my god, it's a big difference still. There's a big difference still. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. It's fine.
There's more rain now, so just watch for slippery conditions.
It is raining though.
Copy.
We've got a wet quali again. Interesting. Okay, we might be getting through to Q2 purely based on the weather again then. Let's see if anyone else can go faster. They're all pitting, I think. 4th and 6th right now. I'm just going to keep an eye on this for a second. Still 4th and 6th.
Sounds like someone's locked up.
Again, it's kind of game breaking a little bit, but if you just go out early before the weather changes, you pretty much guarantee yourself a Q2 place. How wet is the track right now? 2.1, so inters should be fine. We can go out on these used ones, why not? It's not like we're going to do anything drastic. If the track dries up, then obviously we're in a little bit of trouble, but I don't see it happening. It's pretty quiet right now. Should we go out now? Yeah, let's just do it. Rain has stopped on track. Okay, that might be troublesome. 35% chance of rain in 2 minutes. Are they all on slicks, though? If they're all on slicks, we're in trouble here. No, they're all on inters. Nah, you're fine. They're all on inters. So I think we might have... oops. We might have got through to Q2 here, you know. And if it rains again, might be a Q3 place.
That sounds like someone's gone wide there.
Someone's taken the... So Bottas is taking the flag. They're still on inters, right? Yeah, so they're not beating our time. Okay. Wasn't expecting that, but always nice when it happens. I think we both got through, did we? Albon has. He's 9th. Oh, Logan, you lucky boy. By, what? 11 hundredths of a second. He's made it through. That's incredible. Gasly first, but yeah, with his grid penalty, that pushes him down the order. Whew, that was very close. Very, very close. Right, so same thing again, basically. Start qualifying, manage Q2. Send them out nice and early again. Right now there's no rain at all, but there's a 35% chance in 5 minutes. So again, we're kind of just skip through this bit. So let them go out on track, do their thing. And hope that the rain does come down. Fourth and 5th right now. Crash. Who crashed? Yellow flag.
There's contact. It's
Crash
chaos
involving
on the
multiple
track.
cars.
Let's
So
take
who have
a
we
look at
got?
the replay.
There's
Let's
a
have another
Ferrari.
look. Science is the focus here.
And there's a Haas. So the Haas spun and the Ferrari went straight into it. I think that was
Clearly see
Sainz.
the
I didn't see who the
contact
Haas
there,
was.
And that caused a lot of damage.
Bit dumb. No, I think the rain's arriving too late for us. Although Hamilton and Sainz not gone faster. How's that happened? Yeah, now they're starting to come in. Albon. Do we go out again quickly before the rain? I think we've got just enough time. If we're really quick. Ocon. Actually, Ocon might provide a nice tow here if he's on an outlap. Oh, he's on an in-lap. Never mind. I mean, he still kind of helped us out, I guess. 11th and 12th right now, and we didn't improve. And I'm not seeing any rain. And we haven't got time for another outlap. So I think we're starting 11th and 12th. In fact, where's Gasly? I think we're going to start 10th and 11th. Depending on how big Gasly's penalty is, of course. Nope, never mind. We're getting pushed down again because they all went out and did another lap. Of course they did. 13th and 14th. It's still not terrible. Just to get through to Q2 at this stage is still not terrible. I'll take it. And we might still bump up one again when the race starts, depending on where Gasly is.
To fight it out. It's race day.
Should we listen to Crofty?
Well for Williams, as attested by their
And
strong
Karun, of
position
course.
on the grid. Now it's all about finding that edge for the race itself. McLaren did a decent job during qualifying. This is a solid grid position, and it certainly has the potential to lead to good race results. And the sky is looking grey and cloudy today. An effective tyre strategy could prove very valuable as the race plays out.
Well, we're 52 laps away then from crowning the winner of the British Grand Prix. But one thing is for certain. It's going to be sensational.
Yes, it is, Crofty. Yes, it is. Okay, strategy then. So, we have a video coming out tomorrow on the channel about things that the game needs adding. And in that video, we talk about tyres and how the tyres are a little bit... or the tyre strategy is a little bit off. I'm going to try and prove to an extent that that is the case here. And the way I'm going to do it is we're going to do that with Logan. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to do that with... actually, no, we're not. We're going to do that with Logan. So lap 23, Logan's going to come in and pit from mediums to hards. Okay. Albon is going to do the same thing, except he's going to come in on lap 25 and pit from mediums to hards. And that's just to give a little bit of a buffer in case there's a safety car or anything like that. Besides that, everything else here is pretty much going to stay constant, except we're going to overfuel the car, which is something we did last week, which worked out quite well for us. And again, we're going to overfuel the car, 110 kilos. Starting position, also we're going to bump that up to max, and we're going to bump... No, it's the wrong one. Bump that up to max. Do we pit Albon first, actually? Thinking about it, because then we can just push him on tyres as well. I think we pit Albon first. But then it's very close. Maybe if we just do 24 for Albon, so it's literally one lap later than Logan. So Albon's up to 12th now, because Gasly's penalty. Logan's up to 13th. I think this... Both start on the mediums. Albon pits on lap 24. Logan pits on lap 23. And you can see where the tyre drops off. We get Albon into the safe zone just before both times. I think that works well. Let's do it.
A somewhat overcast.
We don't need to listen to... Oh, it's not raining, is it?
And
No.
the drivers are ready for this.
No, there's other cars on
The
mediums.
British
It's fine.
Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
When your driver says tyres are getting hot, should you immediately lower your pace? Personally, I don't. I don't think it makes that much of... Oh my god, they're fighting each other. I don't think it makes that much of a difference myself. I've not noticed it make a massive difference. The only times I see any changes in tyre performance is when it hits 50%, which is when tyre degradation starts to kick in, and 30% is like the maximum it can be before you really start losing pace. So as long as you keep above those two windows, you should be fine. Albon's lost the place. In fact, Albon and Sargent have swapped around. I don't know if I like that. I kind of want to swap him back, but there's other people driving, like Gasly's working his way through. You're pushing on fuel, which is fine. This is actually the window I want. I don't care about deltas right now. Let's ride on board with Albon. Just see what's going on here.
There's a position gained
Follow
for
him behind
AlphaTauri.
Gasly then. I think we can push Albon on tyres a little bit as well.
Pick up the pace a
And we
bit.
can go deploy.
Yep, copy.
just at the start here.
Energy if you need it.
Logan will leave where he is for now. Yeah, look at the slipstream. No, he's moved out a little early. But he is in a good position. Again, if we had DRS on the pit straight, perfect for lap 3. Not yet, though. It's too wide round the last corner. Logan yielded. Right, here.
Alpha Tower
Don't
regained
fight.
the place.
Thank you. Appreciate that, Logan. Okay, Albon, he's a second and a half behind Gasly right now, but he should be able to catch. If not, he's always got Zhou, next one up. It's actually quite nice to see Zhou on lap 2 of a race in Britain right now as well, considering what happened this year. So we got no rain incoming anytime soon. We can speed up time here a little bit and see. We are gaining on Gasly, slowly but surely. Just got to be within a second for DRS. He's getting away from us again. And our ERS is failing us right now. Let's just speed up a little bit. There we go. We'll switch this to neutral. Sonoda's got past Logan.
DRS is enabled.
We're now 2 seconds behind Gasly, but we're in the long game here. Tyre-wise, so Yuki and Vettel both started on the hards. Everyone else started on the mediums. So they might be going for one-stoppers as well, you know. Which is a bit of an oh crap moment for us. However, Alex right now is gaining on Pierre. We will have DRS on the hangar straight, which is nice. Here we go then. And there's DRS. Get the wing wide open. Has Logan got DRS? No, he has not. In fact, he has just been overtaken by Russell. God, they're doing Russell dirty in this game. That's twice he's missed out in Q1. Go on, Alex. I am going to have to tell you to calm down fuel-wise, though, unfortunately. We've got a little bit of ERS usage available.
Copy.
We'll maybe get that out on the Wellington straight. Yuki's a little ways behind, so don't have to worry about him too much. Just tell you to calm down with that too.
Okay, happy to lift and coast.
Copy.
Okay, good boy.
Use
Go.
energy. Okay, copy.
Go, 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 Alex. Go, 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 go. Zhou's moved out of the slipstream, probably for the best. We'll leave it on for the National. We've got Ricardo just in front as well. Get some good traction. Go, 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 go. Push. Push, 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 push. Okay. We'll harvest a little bit now because we're going to be in the DRS train. That was the advice. There we go, DRS open. Just leave that to harvest for a bit. Right, let's speed up time. Well, as I say that, we have fallen out of DRS. I think. Yeah, we're 2 seconds behind Zhou now. We've got some fuel that we could potentially push with, but so long as Yuki's behind us by an equal amount, I'm not too panicked. Let's just see where we're at. His ERS is pretty high now, so we'll just go for neutral for a bit.
New position, just gained by Williams.
Logan's starting to climb. Russell's just got past. Oh, Yuki got past us. When did that
It's a
happen?
position gained for Alpha Tauri.
Missed that. Oh well. Still in the long game. Still in the long game. Rain is potentially incoming as well, so we can get a good jump on that. That would be beneficial. So tyre-wise, yeah, we're a little worse off actually than some of the other runners. But I don't know what their strategy is. They might still be on two stoppers. I don't know if there's a way of seeing what they're on. I doubt it somehow. So for weather, we're not seeing any rain right now. It's mostly cloudy, but that's it. There's 20% chance, 35% chance here. But right now it doesn't appear to be happening. Could be wrong. We'll see what happens in 7 minutes. Right now, though, I think we just stick with what we're doing. We're catching on Sonoda. We've got fuel to burn, so we can do that.
No saving required.
Both of us have fuel to burn.
Yes.
Oh, wow, that was a bit wide through cops then.
Stop lift and coast.
Copy.
And we'll stick him on overtake. Coming down the
Use
hangar.
overtake. Yes.
Yes, Alex. Yes. Wow, look how quickly that's coming down. You better pull off this overtake now. No. But, not over yet. This is one of my favourite overtaking spots, purely because it isn't normally an overtaking spot. Here we go. He's lost a lot of time there. Might be able to do it on the Wellington. He's got so much excess fuel right now. Come on, Alex. Here we go. Now he's losing. He's losing a lot of ground. Maybe down the National. He's closed that up pretty quickly. I might be being a bit harsh on him here. He is slow out of corners. He tiptoes a bit like I do in F122. Okay, hangar again. 4/10 behind. That's fine. We're a long way ahead of Mick. So we can have another couple of attempts at this if we need to. We could even have a lap or two of harvesting if it helps us. Get that rear wing open. Here it comes. Maximum deployment on overtake mode. He's gone down the outside. Why has he done that? Why'd you do that, Alex? Inside. Now we're going to need another, at least half a lap. It is coming. It's happening. It's just really slow right now. We are approaching our pit window as well, so if we can get past him on track, that would be good. He's dropped to 7/10 again. Oh no, here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, it's side by side. Yes. Good job. Back to neutral.
You're in a good place.
Gonna have to find a time to harvest. Maybe if I go attack the tyres for a bit.
We can push again now. Yes.
3/10 there. He is coming down. He's got little to no ERS to defend with right now. He might be about to lose the place again, in which case we might just go harvest for a bit. Where's Yuki? He's right there. I don't think he's got the pace though. Don't think he's got the pace. Right, harvest. He's going to lose the place here. Is that a spattering of rain? I don't think it is actually. I think we're fine. There goes Yuki. We're still harvesting. I think.
Alpha
Yeah,
Tauri
somewhat.
gained a place.
Alright, slap that back on neutral. And for now, we're just going to run the race. If we can get past Yuki, great. If not, oh well. So there's some cars that have pitted in front of us, which tells me they might be on a two-stopper. We're up into the points right now. Stick that back on neutral. Harvest. Just harvest. If it drops below 10%, just harvest. No matter what, just harvest. We did get past Yuki, but it's not going to stick. Alright, we've entered the pit window, but we can just push a little bit more. Right, you as well can go attack on your tyres. So we're at a point where we've got a slight drop off in pace. But we haven't got a drop off in terms of... hang on, let me just sort this out and then I'll talk gibberish. So yeah, Logan's turn to pit. Slight drop off in pace, but not a huge amount.
Copy, boss.
It's 30% where you need to start worrying. So Logan's coming in. Now we bring Alex in.
Box, box.
He's nicely in a DRS train right now,
box,
where
box.
we could potentially just tell him to harvest for a bit. There we go, straight up. Might have lost a place or two there, but that's not the end of the world. Okay, who has pitted and who hasn't? Everybody's pitted and we're out in 15th. So there is work to be done. But right now we can still push the tyres. I'd say aggressive rather than attack for both of them.
Take it easy.
But we have fuel to burn. We had a heavier car than them at the start as well because of the excess fuel. So again, not the end of the world. We're in neutral for ERS. Are we gaining on Sonoda? We're not gaining, we're not losing. This might be a bit of a nothing race really in terms of strategy. Depends, if there's a safety car then that would be good. Sonoda's on mediums, Vettel's on mediums. So everyone's done the same strategy basically, but there are runners ahead of us who have got worse tyres. We are on fresher tyres. That could come into play later on as well, of course. There's a big gap to Lando behind. There's a massive gap to Sonoda in front.
Haas with an overtake there.
And Logan's losing places now. Just keeping an eye on the gap to Lando.
And there's an overtake from Williams.
Is there anything we can do to try and close the gap to Yuki? So if we can get to Yuki, Ricciardo's just there, and then there's Guan Yu Zhou as well. Just keep an eye on their tyres, I suppose, and see what they're doing. Yuki's on faster tyres. We're on fresher tyres. It's just whether or not he'll have to pit again. Or they'll have to pit again. Cars in front. You never know. You never know. Is the game looking better, by the way, in high graphics? I'm not really noticing a massive difference myself. Also just realised I'm on screen still. Might as well leave me on for this one, turn me off for the next one. There we go. Right. 11.5 seconds to Yuki. There are other pitters. We've come out... Well, Ricciardo is now behind us. He is on fresher tyres, though. But Magnussen, Bottas, they're kind of within reach now. We go deploy for a couple of laps.
Energy if you need it.
Or one lap, because apparently that's all we can do. And they go up to 13th. Our tyres should still be good. If I go for standard now. Who else could potentially pit ahead of us? Sonoda. Did I push too long with Albon though? I think we're going to risk running to the end. There comes Sonoda. We're up to 12th. It's just whether or not we can stay ahead of Lando. He is gaining. We're losing ground on Magnussen. This is quite tense. Yeah, Lando's right behind. I think we can push on tyres again. Maybe not so much on Logan, but we've got the rubber with Alex. Just to be that little bit braver on certain corners. We're 11 seconds behind Magnussen. That's insane. There is a DRS straight coming up here as well, so we want to tell him to defend.
Defend. Copy.
At least if we lose the place, we can harvest a little bit. There's a gap to Yuki. Just park your car in the middle of the road. That's it. Perfect. Now you can harvest for a couple of corners. There it goes. So there's what? 9-10 laps left? You don't really harvest on that corner because it's flat out. Same with this one. Up here, bit of charge. And then up here, a bit more charge. And now we defend again. And then harvest. So I think that should be harvesting there as well. It doesn't for some reason. Lando might get us here. Oh my days, he's so close. He is so close. You can see the whites of his eyes if you look carefully. Yeah, we're just not harvesting. I know a lot of these corners are flat out, but you'd think there'd be some harvesting going on. He's going to get us here. There he goes. Bye-bye, Lando. It was nice while it lasted.
Still a lot to play for.
Even there, didn't really harvest much. Need a big braking zone. Here's a big braking zone.
And McLaren with a great overtake.
Let's switch to neutral again for a bit. Right, Yuki next. And he's caught us already. We are still right behind Norris, though. So it is a bit of a, I'd call this a DRS train if I didn't know any better. So why don't we use it as an excuse and we got past Lando again. There you go. And in fact, we've lost out to Yuki, who took us both.
Stay cool, man. You're doing a good job.
Back to neutral. We're in 13th. 13th is pretty respectable, all things considered. 14th and 15th are pretty respectable too. Stay back, Daniel. Stay back, Daniel.
McLaren gain a position.
Use energy. Yeah, sure.
Don't force me to brake. Mark is inside.
T15. 5 to go.
Wow, we're just dropping like a stone now. I think tyres. We're below 50%.
Like a spin.
Russell's gone round. Oh, no ERS. I'm an idiot. Look, there's 3 of them right there. Let's just stick that on neutral. Hope for the best. I think our race might be run here. And we've still got a lot of excess fuel.
Be 3 to go.
3 to go? No, yeah, last lap.
Yep,
Don't know what
copy.
sauce Ben's been drinking, but blimey. He's lost the ability to count. Here we go. 3/10 between us and Ricardo. 4 and a bit between us and Lando. I think it's just too much of an ask. We do catch them on the corners though.
They'll come to us. Yes, okay.
Yeah, it's going to be too much now. 6/10 behind. Even with ERS, I think it might have been too much. We did some racing though. We actually did some racing. And you do always bunch up on the slow corners here, so I wouldn't use that as a guide. Some racing was raced though.
Charles Leclerc is today's winner.
16th, 17th. It feels like a defeat, but again, both Aston Martins behind us and one of the Hasses. And we weren't that far off the McLarens in the end. I feel like the AI heard me talking about pit stop strategies and snuck in. We could have potentially started on the softs and tried to go to the end on hards, but I think that was a bit too much of an ask. It could have been worse.
What a pleasure it was to watch Alex Albon on the track.
What an achievement. Paddock regular, it says. Guess that's for not finishing on the points. I don't know. Yeah, 16th and 17th. We dropped 4 places, both drivers. That's when it hurts a little bit. That's when it hurts a little bit. But Albon's still 11th in the standings. Logan's still 16th. You know, there's 4 drivers below us. Yuki still hasn't finished in the points. Neither's Mick. Could be worse. Could be worse. We're up to 8th still in the standings. And that's a nice little bit of XP and a development point for Logan. And 1 for Alex. Not 1 for Jack. Damn, I thought we were going to go for a hat trick there. Not to be. Nice bit of money. We didn't unlock the sponsors bonus, unfortunately, and I think it resets now as well, so we have to go and do 2 in a row. 15th or higher. Got the new suspension. So what, whack that on Alex's car, would you say? Oh, we haven't... Oh, yeah, no. Sorry, it's the extras. It's the extras. Great race. Good. So I'm not going to be fired. What was it we were developing? Was it chassis? No. What were we? We were manufacturing something, weren't we? Warehouse. So it wasn't suspension. It wasn't underfloor. Oh, it was rear wings. Yeah, we're going to put the new rear wings on. Yeah. That'll help. Especially in Spielberg. Side pods, we've got the right ones. We will work on some more. Engines. Where are we up to? I think you're okay for engines. Car 2. Maybe a fresh engine. We are going to enter the penalty area soon. ERS is good. And gearbox. Gearbox is also good, but starting to get worn. We could upgrade or stick both cars on new engines for Austria. That might not be a bad idea either. In fact, here we are. Austrian Grand Prix, race prep. So yeah, that's reset. Reach Q2, finish position 15th. It's plausible. Could potentially happen. There's nothing worth developing or anything right now, so let's get into it. There's turn 3. Yeah, this here, under the BWT sign there, that's turn 2. It just isn't. It's not a corner. So weird. Right, compounds, hard, run plan 25. Why not? Hard 25. There we go. So yeah, performance bonus. So we've got good car parts knowledge already. That's a good place to start. Simulate P1. Again, I'm not expecting miracles here. 18th and 19th. They were on softs when they did it though. So I guess they ignored me. 49 and 51. That's actually pretty good start. Do I start tweaking things now? Yes, I think I will. So if I do something grand like this, and then something even grander like that, it's not a bad place to start. Compounds, hard, run plan. This time we'll do 20. Here we go, and then Albon, hard, setup. Yeah, I don't like the fact this is right down the end. There we go. And then run plan 20. I forgot to put Jack in the car for P1 as well. Oh well. Next time. Are we better or worse? 17th and... Oh, what happened to Alex? He's not far off the pace, actually, but Logan's had a good run. New rear wing, maybe? Not quite up to scratch. 69 and 58, so we are getting there again.
Hello and
Again, sorry, Crofty. I do like you normally, but we're in the crucible of motorsport right now. Hards. We'll start with 15. Or will we? No, we'll do 20. We'll do 20. And then set up again. What can we tweak? So it's straight line speed that he's not happy with. So we could do something like that. And then we can tweak that to bring that back in line. Yep. And then Alex. Hards. Set up 69. So we're very close. It's cornering for him. Which again is more often than not wings. That brings it all back into the blue. Run plan 20. And go. Manage. And usual thing, send them straight out on track. Logan
Radio
first.
check.
Radio check.
It's green now.
And as soon as he appears, there we go. Send out Alex. Don't know what happened there. Check the deltas. Joe coming out early as well. There we go. 108.1. Joe's faster, but not by a huge amount. Alex locking up. That's not good. Oh, I think I just skipped the replay by mistake.
they've locked up and gone straight
And
off.
there it is.
Let's take a closer look.
See what happened. That's the
Now
final
we
corner,
see
isn't it?
the
10-10.
Williams here.
That's turn 1.
Well, they've locked up. They won't have been
So it's
happy
not turn
about
10,
that.
it's turn 1. Okay. Yellow first sector there anyway, you'd expect that. Excuse me, got that just in time. Yellow flag sector 1. Probably Stroll. Yellow flag sector 2. Probably Stroll. We're going to go for sector 3 now as well? No, we're not. Wow. Oh. Whew. You know that horrible feeling when you know you're going to sneeze, but it just won't quite arrive?
We've just had a spin.
That's what's just happened to me there. How is Logan faster than Albon right now? I'm going to have a look at what parts are on each car after this. 'Cause I think Logan has actually got a faster car now. I am going to put Albon in car number 1
How does it feel?
next season.
Car's very neutral. Copy that.
Alright, Albon's in. 65. So something's not right. Let's revert this. So cornering is still off. Alright, hang on. I'm going to do it as much of it through wings first. So there. And then tweak that one back. And then a little bit of... Is it toe? No. Let's try this, maybe? How long's left of the session? 38. So we could do another 20 odd laps, I think. We can stick him on softs. Apparently these have got 44 laps. Give it a go. Logan's almost ready. That Logan is ready. 70%. Okay. That's the wrong thing. What controls straights? That is a wing, isn't it? There we go. And then a smidge of... No. We could go with this. It's not a bad idea. And again, tyre-wise, probably just stick you on softs. Man, it takes an eternity to change the setup of the car. Alright, get out there. And get out there. Let's see some good sector times, please. Chaps. Albon's right behind Mick. Okay, he's got clear track now. Some green sectors. So we're not going to run out of time. He's dicing with Verstappen. It's part of the problem. Austria. Really short track. 3 DRS zones. Back to back to back. Which is awesome. I do like Austria too. I prefer Silverstone, but I do like Austria too. I like it when the DRS zones are spread out. But then I also like Bahrain. The first 2 straights where you can basically get an overtake done in 2 steps if you can't do it in 1. Or you can just do what Leclerc did this year, which was let Max overtake you on the first one and then get him back on the second one. That's always satisfying as well. Are we going to have time? I think we've got time for Alex. I don't know about Logan. That's the thing. Multiple cars crashed. Oh dear.
We've had a car run wide.
Joe's run wide.
Here's the replay. Now let's watch
Is this part of it?
The Alfa Romeo involved in this one. They're forced wide
On the
and
gravel
they
there.
won't be happy at all about that.
So that's not related to the crash.
The team are really disappointed.
I want to see the multiple cars. Oh, someone's got a penalty.
Collision. We can take a look now. Now just focus
Here we
on
go.
the hats.
So it's Magnussen, I think, and Stroll.
And that's a big smash. They'll have felt that.
Oh dear. Alright, Alex is coming in. There he is. He has now gone faster than Logan. We might have enough time for a quick run. Oh, it says feedback 4 out of... So we do need a quick run, because we don't have enough feedback. In that case, I'm not changing anything. Oh, what was the run plan? 20. No, we don't need 20. We could probably get away with, like, 8. Wow, it takes 15 seconds to take all that fuel out. Probably not going to have enough time for 8 now, then.
How's the balance? Car feels lazy.
Car feels lazy.
Copy.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Pit entry.
Copy.
Alright, Logan,
He's picking it
keep you on the same set here. 3 laps just to get that extra little bit of feedback. give me good. Oh my days. 50. So the lines are getting closer. The blue zone's getting smaller. So we have a better idea now as to where we need to be. But it's still a long way off. How can it be bad when this is the area? How can that be bad? Something like this, maybe? And a bit of... I think it's going to have to be that. We'll just have to hope for the best. How long's left? We're going to have enough time for maybe 3 laps if we're lucky. This setup here has gone horribly wrong. Call Logan in. Where is he? Oh, he's actually pretty close. I think he came in. No, he didn't. He stayed out. Crash involving multiple cars.
Now we see the Williams here.
That's Logan. He's gone white.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
what are you doing, Logan?
The crash.
That might be a penalty.
Mark my words, there'll be
That might be a...
questions asked
So,
about
is
later.
that why he didn't come in? That's Stroll
That's
again
going
he
to be
hit,
a
isn't it?
big blow to the team.
Oh, Logan. You are a bit of a muppet, aren't you? 82. Well, that's good. So we can just stick you on, I don't know, new softs and 3 laps. We haven't got time. Oh, terminally damaged car. Never mind. So we have to fix your car. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Anything else damaged? Gearbox could do with upgrading, but it's not damaged. We'll get Alex out quick. Worst thing is we're not actually going to have a clue if his car's better or worse. So we're taking a right gamble with Albon here. And checker flag is out. So I don't even think we got 1 there. Is it a grid penalty? There's 1 for Magnussen. There isn't 1 for Logan, which I am surprised about because that was definitely his fault. But Magnussen has got a grid penalty. Interesting. Interesting. So, yeah, Albon's performance bonus has taken a massive hit because we don't know what his setup confidence is. The only way we're going to find out is through quali here. In terms of car parts then, we're going to give you a new engine. Still in the pool, so still legal. ERS, I think you're fine. Gearbox, though, definitely a new one. Good stuff. Everything else here should be fine. Although, I'm going to look at these. You've got C2, FW2, RW2, SP1, UF2, S2. Okay. Albon. 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2. Yeah. Why is he so much slower then? Is it the engine? Gearbox definitely needs a new gearbox. There must be a way of fixing some of these old ones as well. Untested, that's fine. Yeah, I'm just going to go into it. Manage quali. Confirm. And let's head out early. I'm going to send Alex out first this time.
Copy radio check.
There's basically no chance of rain. I know it says 5%, but there's no chance of rain. Let's keep an eye on this. We will watch Logan on his quali run here then. Charging up the hill. Wow, Albon's miles away. Thought I'd sent them out pretty close together, but I guess not. That's a huge gap. Turn 3, purple sector for Logan. Someone's weaving right in front of us, one of the Mercedes. That's gonna compromise our lap. Do move out of the way now, but I think it's a little too late there. Albon purple second. Logan might take it off him. He doesn't. Albon keeps it. The Alpha coming round though will probably take it. Turn 9. Nice and tidy there. Turn 10. Also nice and tidy there. Albon's fastest right now. 105.9. That is going to get taken. Comes an Alpine. We'll let them come back to the garage then. We're definitely going to have to send them out on second runs. Maybe even third. I swear Albon just skipped the last... Oh, he probably did. Yeah, the pit lane comes around early there, doesn't it? It definitely looked like he skipped 2 corners there. So... I think run plan. I think we do this. For Albon. I think for Logan we just stick with what we've already got here. And I want to send roughly mid-session. A little bit longer here. I reckon I send out Albon now. Oh boy, am I going to have to time this right. So as Albon finishes his flying lap, which is any second now, we send Logan out. And if I've done this right, yeah, he's just in front. Wait, was that... That wasn't Albon's flying lap, right? There's a cooldown lap in between.
Was that a lock-up on the track?
I think I done goofed again. I was trying to get it so that Albon's first cooldown lap would be Logan's out lap. But I don't think that's what's ended up happening. Which is strange. Oh well. Sainz, Perez, Gasly, they're all going to go faster than us, aren't they? So, what's the use in trying? Okay. Run plan. You're going back to 1. Actually, how long's left? No, you could do 2. We'll just take off the cooldown lap this time. We might as well do the same with you. Just straight out. Here we go. So we'll ride on board with Logan again. So we come around the last couple of corners here. So this first lap is probably going to be slower. But the second lap is where it's at. Lighter car, burning off all that excess fuel. Let's see how we go. Once again, Albon's just taken off into the sunset there. You're supposed to be giving your teammate a tow. Oh, he has gone faster, actually. Green first sector. Logan has gone slower. Maybe we're riding on board with the wrong driver. Tell you what, second lap here, we're going to ride on board with Albon. I think there's more happening up front there. There are cars starting to come out. We might have timed this just about right. Oh, that is quite a stream of cars. Albon's gone green second. The new engines might be helping here. Here comes Albon. Yellow third. He has gone faster, but he will get beaten. We'll see what he does here, though. Oh, that sodding Ferrari. Are you kidding me? Get out of the way. That's going to be a yellow first sector. That's killed it. Yeah, that's absolutely killed that lap. Aston as well. What are you doing? Get out of the way. In this one. That's an AlphaTauri. Yellow second sector. Oh, it's all gone wrong, guys. It's all gone wrong. These two know how to get out of the way. Well, one of them does. Nah, you can hear the engine note change. That was a failed attempt. If we'd gone out just a little bit earlier, then perhaps. Or a little bit later, in fact. We'd have caught them on their hot laps. Yeah. Well, Albon has made it through, actually. Because even if Magnussen did go faster, that would only drop us down to 15th. So, in some respects, maybe it did work. Yeah, Logan's out, 18th. But Albon has made it through to Q2. Well, there you go. It's totally what I meant to do, guys. It's totally what I meant to do. 78% confidence as well, so it is better. Run plan. I'm tempted to do 2 laps, just because. Gives us something to do, doesn't it? Passes the time. Alright, we'll send Albon out.
Radio check. It should be green now.
No chance of... I have 40% actually. But if we can get some times in. Hey Adrian. Not too bad. We got a podium last week in Canada, which is always a good thing. Did you not do your 2... Oh, you did do your 2 laps. About to say. So yeah, we got a podium last week in Canada. Other than that, nothing massive to write home about. Could be a lot worse though. We are still beating the Astons, so we were already 9th in the standings before Canada, and now we're jumped up to 8th, and there's a big gap between us and 9th. So it's pretty good. All things considered, it's pretty good. Right now, I'm just trying to get through to Q3 for the first time, because that would be a massive step forward. But I'm just looking at who's behind us right now. It's not raining, so I don't know why they're going so much slower. Right, nobody come out whilst we're on this lap. Oh, you absolute... Okay, Magnussen slowed us down, but it might still... No, not a chance. Not a chance. If we'd have put Albon there on a 2-lapper, that might have worked. Yeah, we came 3rd in Canada. It was a hell of a race. 4 safety cars, I think we got. It went dry, wet, dry. And I had some very, very good strategists in the chat helping me out. Yeah, that's massive. Absolutely massive. There are highlights of that, actually. They went up on the channel on Saturday. If you don't want to watch the full stream, you can watch the highlights instead. Albon 15th. Ah, that always smarts. How much did we miss out by? It's actually pretty close. 5/6 tenths. Not a huge amount. Yeah, that one hurts.
It's race day and final.
Sorry, Crofty. Still don't care what you've got to say. So I'm going to go with the overfuel strategy again. In terms of the actual strategy here, the medium hard thing, it just didn't really work. So I might go hard soft. Actually, that does seem to be, in terms of the time save, that does seem to be the biggest one. I think we're going to go for option C here. And we can even pit for... I mean, if we started on mediums, that drops us way below... Yeah, that's not going to work. Alright, hards then. And let's say we went, like, uber aggressive on them. We could probably pit here. Lap 43. For Logan. Let's do that. And then Alex, we're going to go with the same strategy. And when he pits, we're going to put him on, like, super aggressive softs. Maybe if we come in on lap 50. So in terms of this, Logan comes in on lap 48. Alex comes in on lap 50 and then just canes those soft tyres. That sounds reasonable. Driving options, fuel usage, you're just going to gun it from the get-go. And Albon, same, because that worked well for us in Canada. I don't know if it works on every track, but it seemed to work well in Canada, so we'll just go for it. Let's go. Afternoon, Levi.
Now we should have good weather for the race.
Hope you're doing
and that
well.
will be
Good to see you
welcome
back.
news for the teams. It's the race we've all been waiting for.
Here we
It's
go
the
then.
Austrian Grand Prix.
3, 4, 5 lights.
And it's lights out.
Transition to
and
no
away
camera.
we go.
And off we go. Smooth. It's almost like I knew what I was doing that time. Albon already in a tussle here with Tsunoda. Logan getting busy with Vettel.
And there's an overtake from Williams.
Wow, it's a car park here on turn 3. Push. Go.
Energy if you need it.
Go deploy.
Copy.
Come on, Alex.
You can use
I want to
energy.
see sparks.
Copy.
Why is he going so slow? You're very welcome. Which team were you racing as when you got the top 10 finish? It's always nice to know when something we suggest actually helps someone. I was about to say works, but obviously it does work because we test it before we suggest it. Wow, that's an unintentional rhyme there as well. But yeah, it's always nice when someone actually comes back and says, yeah, this helped me out. That's always a good feeling. Just glad to be of service. Alright, come on, Alex. Mega push now. Mega push. Charge up the hill. We've got Mick right in front of us here. Depending on how well our strategy goes here, I can almost smell points. Almost. Charge up the hill. 3/10 is closing. If we get good traction out the corner here, which we haven't. That's terrible traction. We just lost 3/10. Ay, ay, ay. Look at that. We got Mick, Zhou, and Lando all within reach. Especially when the DRS opens. Just keep pushing. Keep pushing. Where's Logan? 17th. He's trying to catch Magnussen right now. Just gun it, Alex. Just gun it. Let's go.
DRS is enabled.
That's a good move around the last 2 corners there. We don't get DRS just yet. It'll be on the next corner. Weird that there's no ERS deployment here either. We get the braking, but we don't get the deployment. Oh, is he going for it? I was going to switch this to overtake, but...
Use overtake.
Oh my goodness, he... scared the crap out of me then, Albon. What are you doing? I thought he'd driven straight into the back of him.
This is good, come on.
Alright, we can harvest for a bit with the DRS. Wow, we caught them two very, very quickly then as well. We'll let those two fight it out a little bit. As long as we keep Schumacher behind.
We just need to charge up.
Yeah, copy.
Ocon's got past Logan. Back down to 18th. Could be worse. Could be better. Could be worse. Alright, we're going to have DRS on the pit straight for the first time. I think that's a Frontier issue right now, game issue that Frontier are working on. The whole DRS train thing. For me, the strategy is just push the tyres, push the car, push everything you can. So like even here right now, we can go a little bit more aggressive.
Copy.
I mean, Mick's trying, bless him.
We just need to push now.
In fact, not only is he trying, he is actually gaining. But we're also gaining on Lando, so...
Oh.
You're right there, Alex.
You've done a good job.
Calm down. McLaren. Oh yeah, top 10 finish for McLaren. That is pretty good right now. What tyres is everyone else on right now? There's a few hards. There's some mediums. So the mediums are all going to pit first. So we're going to have to try and overcut them, basically. We're still within DRS of Mick. We've got Yuki right behind us. We might be about to lose another place. No, he's on the inside. He needs to be alongside before we get into the braking zone here. Did Alex just turn left to go right then? That's stupid. You've got enough ERS now. You need a little bit more.
P15.
That's a position gained for Alpha
Man,
Tauri.
things are tight here right now. There's sparks and all sorts coming up. Logan's just dropped to P19, but we can now put him back neutral there, balanced there. There's a heck of a lot of racing going on. Okay, I think we're ready to just speed things up now and let it play out. We're going to to and fro a little bit with the other cars around us. That's fine. We'll let things settle down. Could try and stop the tyres from cooking themselves. We've got a lot of excess fuel right now, so that's going to help us out. Of course, you save fuel in a DRS train. So once we're in the train, where is Logan in terms of time-wise? He's toing and froing with Vettel, so we'll have to watch his fuel a little bit more. But Alex, so long as he's in that DRS train, I mean, he's jumping up 2, he's dropping down 2, he's lefting and righting 2. He's doing a lot right now. That's an Alpine. Ocon's there. Okay, what tyres is Ocon on? He's on hards as well. So our hards, we're cooking them a little bit more than some of the other drivers. So we might switch that back to normal.
Copy.
But yeah, if we just stay in these DRS trains. The difference between us and between Albon and Sargent right now is when Sargent gets in front of Vettel, he's no longer in the train, so he's leading the train. So that's why his fuel usage tanks. So we definitely have to keep an eye on him. Albon's got past Magnussen. There's a bit of a gap to Yuki now, though, which will mean he'll be burning fuel, as you can see there. Okay, so we might turn your fuel down a little bit and just let you go.
Save fuel, save fuel.
Yep, copy.
So he's going to to and fro with Magnussen now for a bit.
Haas with an overtake.
There's a gap building between us and Tsunoda. Just makes you wonder where that's come from. He's on the same tyres, just not that. There's a lot of medium runners. So again, if we can get a decent overcut on them, it's basically what we're saving up fuel for. You can push, you can push. There's a gap between us and Magnussen now as well. It's really weird how these gaps are building. Like, look at the... This is with new engines and all sorts. Your game freezes when you speed up the race. I would report that, because that does sound like something that needs patching. Balanced and balanced. You need to save your tyres a little bit, although I believe Logan comes in first. Yes.
Yeah, copy.
Some lift and coast will help that.
Copy, copy.
No, we haven't got a huge amount of ERS for deployment. It's just riding the wave, I think, right now. There's a big gap between Magnussen and Tsunoda as well. There you go. Now we're starting to climb places with the pit.
Oh, big lock up there.
No saving required.
Tsunoda's just locked up, so that's closed the gap there a little bit. Where's... What happened to Albon?
That's a spin
Oh, he spun.
Let's take
Oh,
a look at the
Alex.
replay. Now watch this. Here's the
Coming out of
moment
turn
involving
3.
Albon.
Oh, he's actually...
What a spin
He's
out.
recreated my racing there perfectly, to be fair. That's exactly what I do. And then he just has to sit there like a
And
passenger
the
and wait
team
for
had
everyone else to
such
go
high
past.
hopes today.
Alex. You melon. Okay, Logan's still in amongst it. Well, there goes the overcut. That strategy's gone straight out the window, hasn't it? Oh, he's catching up to Logan. There you go, he's got past Logan.
Use energy. Yes.
Get him to catch back up to the back of Vettel. Which he is doing. Although he's got Logan right behind him. Don't fight. It's not so much let your teammate past, it's just don't try and get past him again. Maybe instead of that, actually, I'll just do this one. That one might work better. Why am I on that window as well? That's not what I wanted. Okay, yeah, I think he's far enough back now. Oh wait, Logan is in front. Ah, that's bad. Don't fight your teammate. There you go. Whatever. It's fine. Pit window's coming up for Logan soon anyway, so... There we go. Tyres are on 51. We should pit just at the right spot for Logan here.
I think there's been a lockup.
Go to the end on his softs. I don't know what everyone else is on right now. They're all on hards. Interesting. I am doing the right thing here, right? Softs to the end. Yeah. So Albon has to go a lot longer. But Logan here can go softs to the end. That's just really interesting that everyone else, even those who've pitted, have gone on to hards. Have they messed up? Or have I messed up? Chances are, if they're all doing that and I'm doing this, chances are it's me who's messed up. But you just never know at this stage. There's a crash in Sector 3. Who's involved? Right now it looks like no one's involved because there's no...
Crash. Multiple cars, I think.
Oh, is it
Let's
us?
take a closer
We
look.
involved.
Now, how
Oh no,
about
it's an
watching
Alpine.
this?
That's fine.
Looks like Ocon.
I thought it was Sergeant in Canada all over again. Ooh! Yeah, the Haas
That's
as
a
well.
big smash. They'll have felt that.
So who would that be? Ocon and Magnussen maybe? Or Ocon and Schumacher? Magnussen's on really old softs. Has he pitted? No. And he's also got a penalty now. Interesting. Interesting. So, I mean, Tsunoda hasn't pitted yet. It's just the fact they're all on hard still. They've basically gone like medium hard or hard medium, which is the meta. Just makes you wonder if we can do something here now. You've got a little more aggressive. You're fine here.
Happy
We
to
can go
push.
deploy on the ERS. Alex has just entered his window. Yeah, I'm already debating replacing Logan for Season 2.
We need a charge here.
Oh, yes, you do.
Copy.
Dirt. Alonso's locked up as well.
Just
Albon's
need to
running
charge up.
16th right now, but when he pits, he will come out behind Vettel, who hasn't yet stopped, so that's fine. The only car ahead of us who hasn't stopped yet is Yuki. But, I mean, their tyres... Oh, yeah, they'll go to the end. Ocon, though. Ocon needs to stop again. So we'll go ahead of Ocon. We should go ahead of Ocon. Softs. Then brand new softs as well. Good stuff. So there's 20/21 laps left. Albon's now in. Vettel came in on the same lap. So Albon's now 17th. Logan's 16th. But again, if we look at tyres, Ocon needs to stop again. And there's a likelihood that some of these guys will see their pace start to drop off. The only downside is Yuki is also on the softs. Let's have you harvest for a little bit. You can go neutral now. Yellow flag sector 3. Driver locked up. Oh, was it Logan? Might have been Logan. It was Logan. Albon's 31 seconds behind Tsunoda. 32 seconds behind Tsunoda. It's because we're on harvest still. A safety car would be nice right now.
Oh, did someone run wide there?
Safety car would be great. I don't see it happening. How the hell has Vettel gone past us? Sort that out right now, Alex. How dare you?
Energy if you need it.
Gasly running wide. He's right up in 6th. That doesn't affect us unless he brings out a safety car, of course. Wow, look at the speed closing here. Go. Go, go, go. Get that rear wing open. Get it done. Lovely stuff. And we'll harvest on turn 1 here. Stick that baby back in neutral and off we go up the hill.
You've done a good job.
Keep him behind. Keep him behind. Keep him behind. You don't listen, do you? Now we've got to overtake him again. Which, to be fair...
Use overtake.
Wow.
Okay.
That wasn't even close. That was huge gains.
And there's an overtake from Williams.
This is the problem. This is what you were talking about in chat just now, wasn't it? We're going to to and fro with Vettel for the rest of this race, pretty much. Logan, where did he come from?
Stay cool, man. You're doing a good job.
Oh, I can push your tyres, can't I? That's what we set this up for.
Do everything you can, mate. Okay.
Derp. Okay, anyone else needing to stop? Ocon's... He needs to stop, right? There's no way he's going 12 laps on those tyres. If he is, he's crashing. And then we might get a safety car, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Logan's on one now. Look at that. Flew past Vettel. You do need to calm down, otherwise you're not going to make it to the end.
Copy.
And we are trying to get past Seb right now. Pushing with the tyres. Pushing with the fuel. Wow. Alex is really aggressive right now. And if Logan cuts a hole in the air for us,
This is good.
which he's not going to do because he's about to get overtaken. Okay, Albon's on one. He's had his Weetabix. We're 32 seconds behind Tsunoda though. So we're not doing anything there. I think we got lapped as well. That's one of the problems. Because I think that's Yuki there. And then there's... What have we got? An Alpine. Actually, that might be Gasly.
Tyres haven't really come
And then
down.
Alonso, Russell,
Copy.
and Ricciardo. So yeah, we've been lapped at some point. So this must be... Actually, no. Who is that? Is that Ocon? But there is a Mercedes in there. And there's a Mercedes here. That's got to be Hamilton. And then... just it gets really confusing at this point. We could just click and find out. So that's Hamilton. Yellow flag in Sector 2. Alonso's here.
They've
Okay.
locked up and gone straight off.
Alonso's just run wide, actually. That was good timing, wasn't it? So we can speed up for a little bit. Just keep an eye on things. Albon's toing and froing with Sargent again, although Sargent's just dropped back. Albon is gaining on Mick. Nowhere near enough to make an overtake, although he's just gained 4 seconds on Ocon. I guess Ocon just stopped.
They've lost
So,
control and spun.
yeah, you've now stopped. You're the only driver who's pitted twice, and it clearly hasn't worked out for you. Anyone else might need to stop? Possibly Alonso? But again, that's not really going to affect us. We could really use a safety car. That would be nice. Especially for Logan, because we could pit Logan for fresh tyres, because he's on 40% right now, which is not great. Albon's doing just enough to keep his fuel in the positive. That's another yellow.
Someone's run wide.
Stappen, hang on.
Here's
I don't
the
normally
replay.
watch people run
We're
wide, but
just
when it's
watching
Max,
the Red Bull.
you've just got to.
Oh dear, dear, dear.
He would be
That's
beached. If
far
that was
wider than
the
they
real
would have
track
wanted.
there, that's the gravel trap. He'd have been beached for sure.
The team are devastated. They'll be
I just want to see the Red Bull
questioning
reaction
just
as well.
what happened out there.
It's always sweet. Albon's still got fuel. He's still got tyres. Sainz is on the last lap. So, I don't think safety car is going to happen now. Logan's tyres are struggling. So we'll just stick him on that anyway. I mean, we imagine if we deliberately crashed Logan.
That's Leclerc. Charles Leclerc is today's winner.
Logan's taken the flag. He's 7 seconds behind Albon now. 16th and 17th.
We just need to push now.
We were still gaining on Ocon at the end as well. Just nowhere near enough. We needed another 30 laps, I think. I think Canada was a one-off, to be fair. I can't see it happening again. And I do go into every race with the hope that, you know, this one we're going to get the perfect strategy and we're going to score points, and then it just doesn't happen. I'm really tempted to do the Albon strategy, though, in Australia, where he went all but one lap on medium tyres and then just pitted at the end.
This was a mixed performance from Williams today. Some
Do I have the
excellent
balls to
decisions
do
and then
that?
some
That's the
strategies
question.
that will need
Do
a
I
bit of
stress
work.
test the game
They are a solid team and will be looking to
and
solve
see if it
their
actually
issues.
has the ability to
Hopefully,
pull that
we'll
off?
start seeing stronger results
You'll have to
from
drive
their
on like balanced or
And as this
conserve or
race
something.
weekend comes to a close, the team
make
is
it
eighth
stick,
in the
but
constructor standings.
It could end up
As
being the
we
right
reach
thing.
Mid-season, the battle will pick up again in the Côte d'Azur. Join us
Côte
in the
d'Azur.
south of
So
France
that's
at the
France,
circuit
yeah.
Paul Ricard.
Paul Ricard. Okay. 16th and 17th. These two guys looked racy. They looked like they were actually racing each other. Although Logan finished 2 laps down, whereas Alex was only 1. I guess they were just starting to lap twice when the race actually finished. Still ahead of both Astons. And ahead of Magnussen as well, which is always nice. So this is where we are now. We're 8th still in the standings, 17 points. We're only 7 behind McLaren, and they scored 6 this weekend. So, one more good race and we could jump McLaren, which would be exceptional. In terms of the drivers, Albon is 11th and Logan is 16th. Forgot to mention, we got the podium in Canada for Alex, but Logan actually finished 10th that race. Alex also got fastest lap. I still don't know how. But, yeah, 17 points from one race. For Williams, that's like winning the lottery 10 times over. Any development points? Well, obviously not for Aitken, because he didn't get in the car this time around. There's the money coming in. So before we wrap things up, I am just going to have a look at the comparison between the two cars and work out why Logan seems to be a lot faster than Alex in that last race. It could just be because of the setup, the confidence. That could make a big difference. F1 in schools invitation. Oh, and hang on, regulation change as well. Fastest lap bonus point, yes or no? So they want to change it. I'm going to vote against that. I like the point for fastest lap. Rear wing manufactured, that's fine. Patrick's happy, that's fine. As long as he's happy, I'm happy. F1 in schools, so we can attend it, but staff experience gain paused for 7 days, but we do get 100,000. As if a school board has $100,000 to spend on getting... maybe it's Aramco that are sponsoring it, I don't know. I like this idea. Yeah, let's do it. See, I want to see what's going on with the cars here. So if we do car analysis, so this is Logan's car, and then if we bring up Alex's car, doesn't say... Actually, these are pretty much level now, yeah? Yeah. I'm even more confused then as to why there was such a performance difference between the two. We can't manufacture... we can manufacture. We can't design or research anything right now. Is there anything we're running low on? I mean, we have no underfloors. It says we have no underfloors, but we do have underfloors. I think we're good for parts right now. It's a shame we can't sell off excess parts. Make some money. Yeah, I think that does it for this stream, actually, guys. Bit anticlimactic ending there. I was expecting to like crack the code as to why Logan was going faster than Alex, but I think it might have been the slipstream. It might have just been setup confidence. It could be a number of things. We don't know. Next week, then, we're going to be at Circuit Paul Ricard. We're also going to be frantically trying to remember the order. Hungary next. Just remember that Ferrari didn't field an esports team at first and how fans like us took to that decision. I wasn't a fan of F1 esports back then, so I don't know how that went, but I imagine it was probably went down like a lead balloon. I think it's good that, you know, F1 teams are now investing in the future, whether it's driver academies or even having an esports team. It sounds ridiculous, but you look at how many esports drivers now are actually getting involved in real life racing. We ran a video on it a couple of months ago about, we kind of came at it at an angle as should it happen, but ultimately, if it is happening, it's good that these teams are actually investing in it and helping young drivers come through who otherwise wouldn't be given a chance. I think that's always encouraging to see. But yes, next week. So we're going to be in France first at Le Castellet for the French Grand Prix. Like it or hate it, the track does exist. And it's very blue and very red and very white. But we'll try and get a performance there. And then it's off to Hungary for probably... I'd say the Hungarian Grand Prix might fit the style of car that we've got here. It's not really one where straight line speed is important. It's more about cornering speed. And we're not that bad in that department. Then we got Belgium, which is basically the opposite of that. And then Zandvoort, which I both love and hate, depending on which day of the week it is. But yeah, thank you very much, everybody, for watching. Be sure to hit that like button if you haven't done so already. We got tons of likes this week, which I'm, excuse me, very happy about. I choked up then, I got so happy. So yeah, if you haven't already hit the like button and you enjoyed the stream, be sure to hit that like button. It tells us that you like the content we make. It means we make more of it for you. If you want to check out the highlights, be sure to do that Saturday sometime in the afternoon or evening. I think we're changing our upload time, so more on that when it happens. And also, if you haven't subscribed to the Racing Games channel, be sure to do so. We've got loads more exciting content coming up. Like I said, tomorrow we've got another F1 Manager video. I won't reveal what it is. You'll have to come back and find out for yourselves. As for now, though, enjoy the rest of your days wherever you are in the world. Whether it's morning, evening, or afternoon, or somewhere in between all of those. Have a good rest of your day. And until next time, take care.